Okay, you know what? This is not a half bad setup. I could be a YouTuber. Yeah, I could. I could be a YouTuber. Maybe one day. Maybe someday. Hi everybody. Thanks for stopping by. It is Caroline here. I wanted to make this video because we have something to commemorate. I've been in Australia for just coming up to a year now, and yeah, that'll be a year as of Valentine's Day. And I wanted to make this video to just both celebrate and also to have a bit of an introspective on what can happen in 3 very packed years, including, so that includes 2 years of waiting to come and 1 year of actually being here in Australia and at C3 College. So yeah, today we are going to be reacting to a GoFundMe video from 2019. Now, a little bit of context for those of you who are watching who I have met since being in Australia. When I first got my scholarship, I made a video for a GoFundMe page requesting financial assistance from people who were in my life and friends, family, and anyone like who wanted to help me out. Disclaimer, I did watch this video recently, so this isn't a totally blind reaction, but you know what, that's okay. It's still like not, you know, drilled into my head like it was when I first made the video after looking at that script for ages and ages. So we're going to be reacting to it semi-blind, and I am a bit nervous because I don't know whether I'm gonna cringe or go like, oh, look at her, she's so cute. I really have no idea what's going to happen. I do want to note before, back then I had a real tendency to kind of play up elements of my personality in order to maintain some kind of public face, and I don't do that anymore, so I'm not going to be playing up these reactions for the camera. This is going to be 100% genuine. Yeah, we'll just get right into it and see how it goes. I have no idea how this is going to go, but let's roll. Let's roll. A quick note, if you do want to watch the video without my reactions, just to see what we're getting into first, I will link the video down in the description below, and bio if you're on Instagram. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm so nervous. This is going to be so weird. Right, first impressions. Look at my eyebrows. Like I had no idea how to do them properly back then. I mean, not that I know how to do them now, but like, yeah, they're really blocky for some reason. I think I just hadn't figured out how to make makeup look natural. But it's weird because like everything about my face here is pretty natural except for my eyebrows, and now I like to think my eyebrows are more natural, but my other makeup is much heavier, and I had weird style tastes back then, okay, but the choker has stayed the same, so at least that's consistent. Oh gosh, okay, here we go, let's press play. Okay, are we rolling? Yes, we are rolling! Whoa, okay, that was a bit loud. Hi everyone, it's Kaz here, and welcome to the GoFundMe page for my hashtag Oz Adventure. As many of you know, back in November at Society Conference, I won a scholarship to study vocals and worship leading at C3 College in sunny Sydney, Australia. Okay, I was excited. We'll get that out of the way. I was extremely excited, and I didn't end up doing vocals and worship leading in the end. I ended up doing songwriting because there weren't enough people to do the vocals and worship leading course that semester, so I didn't end up doing that. But initially I was supposed to come to do vocals and worship leading, but you know, whatever, songwriting's great, I loved it, and I actually decided to stick with it, so that worked out well, and you know, I was very excited. That's genuine. That's extremely genuine. I was extremely excited. Even though it's been 2 months, it still hasn't really sunk in, and I just got my plane ticket. It's true. So I'm starting to apply for the visa now, so it's all just, you know, feeling a bit real. Okay, so I was supposed to go in February. No, wait, no, not February. July of 2020, and yeah, you can all probably guess what happened. But it did feel like it was so fast paced, but geez, I had no idea. I really didn't. Going to Sydney is something that I prayed about and felt called to do kind of like 2-ish years ago.
But I was kind of incredulous
That's true.
because at the time I was a grand in debt. I was halfway through my third year of uni and I had no job.
Yeah.
And I sort of was like
No
to
job.
God, well, if you want me there, you're going to have to get me there because I ain't plucking 8,000 Australian dollars out of thin air. Know what I'm saying?
This is what I mean about the playing up my personality. I was so bubbly and I was so like excitable, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but yeah, you can I'm looking at my eyes and you can kind of just see how much pain I was in. Like, I was going through a lot at the time, and beneath the bubbly exterior, there's quite a lot of turmoil going on in there. I realize that now, but at the time I had no clue. No clue at all.
I kind of sat on it for a while, and 2 years passed, and then the opportunity to apply for this scholarship kind of came up, and I was like, okay. But I can't begin to describe the pull that I felt to apply for this scholarship. I was like hearing an audible voice in my head that was saying, Kaz, you need to apply for this.
I went by Kaz at that point. I don't go by that anymore. But no, I do remember the pull, and she's not wrong about the intensity of the pull. That's all genuine. I mean, yeah, I think that it's weird. Like, there's a certain, I am being genuine. I am being like, I am being genuine. I'm expressing how I was feeling. It's just coming out in such an over sincere way. It just feels a bit relentless.
And I was like, sure, what have I got to lose? So I did apply for it. I filled out the form, I submitted some audition material, and just before Society Conference I had a brief interview with Beck Quee, who's the events coordinator and manager, which was really cool.
Beck's in London now. She's working at Wimbledon, which is fantastic. She's like a tennis enthusiast. You go, Beck, if you're watching.
And then conference happened, and you know the rest. So the course fees, all paid for by the scholarship, but everything else is up to me. So as I said, I'm going to be in Sydney, and living in Sydney is quite expensive. The places I've sort of looked at so far.
I think my face has gone yellower. Oh, I remember my my laptop screen timed out. The screen went blank because I'd not done anything. That's it. I'm recording from my webcam now, but I was recording from my phone, and I was kind of using the screen as a ring light almost, in effect. And it went to sleep and the lighting just changed on my face. I don't know why that's funny. That's just really funny.
Are about $200 per week. That's about £110, and most of them were not bills included. So it is definitely possible to get a job on a student visa, but I won't be able to get a job straight away.
That's true.
And in the meantime, I'd have to figure out like cost of living, food, health insurance that I've got to get because no NHS over there.
Yeah.
And I have to get like mandatory vaccinations before I go.
Okay, I didn't have to get the mandatory vaccinations. I got that wrong. It was just COVID vaccinations that would require me not to have to quarantine. But of course, we didn't know about any of that at this point.
Like putting down rent and deposits on houses, you know, the works. So I'm saving up as much as I can, and I will start looking for jobs like pretty much as soon as I land. But there is definitely still like a little bit of a faith gap still there.
There definitely was a faith gap. I think that I had possibly jumped the gun a little bit with how much I was gonna earn and make. Because what ended up happening is that when I actually ended up getting to Australia, I ended up actually not working for a while because I needed to undergo a lot of healing, and I didn't have the energy to hold down a job at the same time as all of that was going on. But by that point, so I was asking for a GoFundMe here, but by that point I had savings. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about that too much now. Let's just keep going for now.
And that is where you come in. Now I cannot wait to go to Sydney. I cannot wait to come under the tutelage of...
Oh hey, editing Caroline here. We're just cutting this bit of the video because there are names mentioned here that are actually not in C3 anymore, and I'm not sure it would be right of me to mention them in this point of the video. So yeah, we're just skipping over this bit.
Oxford Falls, but there is no doubt that Leeds and York and the UK will always be my home.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Wow. This is what I mean about the very excitableness. I saw a lot of, I saw everything through very rose tinted glasses at that point. And yeah, it was, I mean, UK will probably always be home. I don't know. See, I don't even know. I don't know at this point. I'm really floating. I'm floating. I don't truly know where my permanent home is going to be or is. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll get there.
So I guess in a sense, this is me reaching out to you, my family, and people around me that I love to ask for some help. I'm hoping to raise about £2,000, which is just
£2,000. Did you hear that? £2,000. Wow, I had no idea. I had no idea. No idea at all.
under $4,000, and this should kind of be enough to keep me stable for the first couple of months living in Sydney until I can find a job and get more of a consistent monthly income. Side note, if you do want to give me like a monthly thing instead of a one-off donation, like please get in touch. I'd love to chat to you.
Okay, a couple of family members did actually do this, even though I had a lot of savings by the time that I got to Australia. A couple of family members still did give me some monthly stuff, so that was really amazing, and I will always be grateful for that.
But this page is just to raise that bulk sum to help me put down a bond on a place to live, pay a couple months rent, sort out my health insurance, maybe get a car.
Yeah, that was going to cost a lot more than $4,000, honey. Yeah, you really had no idea. I actually ended up coming to Sydney with about $20,000 in the bank account, and all of it was almost gone by the fourth or fifth month, maybe. It was crazy.
I really believe this trip is a God thing. I didn't get this scholarship just by chance or on my own merits.
No, that's
I
true.
totally surrendered everything to His will.
I'm glad I knew that. Really glad I knew that.
I would encourage you to pray, and if He places it on your heart to even just give like a little bit, it would be so appreciated.
Yeah.
I would give you the opportunity to be part of this crazy journey with me, and I'm chasing my calling. And this is big. This is really, really, really big.
See, that's what rubs me up the wrong way about it now, is the fact that I just sort of went into kind of persuasive techniques, and I used all this kind of advertising language as an appeal to try and get people to give me support, which I don't think it was meant to come across as it wasn't meant to come across as disingenuous or like over sincere, but to me, like I just wouldn't take that approach now. I just wouldn't take that approach now. I think it would be much more prayerful and probably probably less over the top, if that makes sense. But I mean, the Christian world was very over the top at this point. This was 2019. This is before COVID messed everything up. So it really is this. Oh wow, this turned into looking at a different world through a window to the past. I was not expecting it to do that. That's okay. Okay, let's keep going.
And I'm just so excited to see what God does with this. But yeah, that's it. So if you find it on your heart to give, you can just hit the donate button. And yeah, talk to me if you want to give like a monthly thing instead. And just like ask me anything about the trip. Like I always want to talk about it. I love talking about it. I love telling people like what it's going to be like. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Still do.
And it's just a big journey, and I'm really happy that it's happening, and I can't wait to go. Thanks so much. Love you. God bless. Bye. Mwah.
I was very excited, and that much is obvious. That much is really obvious how excited I was, but I really had no idea what was coming. This is like that one sunny moment you have before you get a day full of like rain pouring. Yeah, it's, oh man, I had no idea. I had no idea at all. Oh, okay. The Bible verse is good. The Bible verse is really good because that verse has proven to be unbelievably true every single time. I guess my faith muscle is a lot stronger now, maybe. I don't know. Well, that was an experience. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about that, to be perfectly honest. I don't really know what to think or what to say now. But you know, oh man, you really can see how much pain I was in, like just behind the bright eyes and the excitement. You can see somebody who desperately just wanted acceptance and like a sense of identity, and the manner in which I'm making the video really shows that I just had no sense of identity, so I was completely overcompensating. And I don't knock myself at all for that. Like, it's what I did at the time. It's what I did to try and make myself feel safe and give myself some sense of identity. So I'm not upset about that. It's just like interesting to see, and the way that I'm talking now and the way that I'm handling this video is, wow, it's just different. It's just different. So yeah, after I made that video, I had 6 more months, and it was then February 2020, March time, we all went into lockdown, and that kicked off 2 years of waiting because Australia closed their borders. And then during that 2 years, I had a church breakdown. I had a change of job. I had a whole bunch of just realigning up in the brain right here, and like all good things. But goodness me, it's just weird to look at how different I was, and how different of a person I am now. And I guess, I'm gonna make a really stupid pun now, but hindsight is 2020, right? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little piece of the past with me. We might continue to make more videos in this style now that I have software and recording equipment and things like that. And I did enjoy this. I enjoyed this a lot. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.